Hello, ladies and gentlemen. And today, well, actually tonight, I gotta talk about this one that I thought I actually recorded. We're gonna talk about the new Return to Spider-Verse, or technically Spider-Verse Part 2. Spider-Verse Part 2, for those who actually played the video games before, is actually reminiscent or even maybe even copying what happened in Shattered Dimensions and in Edge of Time. So first things first is the aspect from Shattered Dimensions. In Shattered Dimensions, instead of the transporter that was smashed into bits, we actually have a tablet. Tablet was very, very powerful and actually gave Mysterio a huge amount of power along with the people who actually had the shard with them, or fragment of the tablet. Of course, instead of 12 dimensions, I think it's 12 dimensions or universes that they're going to in the TV show, it was just dealing with four people. It was dealing with four universes, and think about it. I actually have to go with, I think there was like 16 in all, 16 things. So 16 universes in one game, and you only get to play one scene with them. Good and all, but I think lots of people actually dislike that. So that's the big similarity between Shattered Dimensions, is the fact of they have to collect it. No idea if they're collecting it also to get Miles back home, but for right now, all we know is that if they don't collect it all, the universes will collide against themselves and to get destroyed because of it. And now it's time for the Edge of Time aspect. In Edge of Time, sorry for the spoiler, folks, but for Edge of Time, it turns out that Peter Parker actually became the bad guy in 2099. He became the CEO, or at least the boss man of Alchemax. And that was the thing that was totally a shocker that made everyone say, oh my gosh. So when it came to this version, sadly, Marvel, not even Sony, it was Marvel or Disney who decided to drop the gun and said, oh, look, there's an evil Peter Parker. So chances are the Wolf Spider, who is a bad guy, might actually be in the end the evil Peter Parker. Sadly, I didn't actually get to see the first episode because my source decided to say part 3 of Carnage actually is the first of Return to the Spider-Verse, which is not true. So I am missing that part. So far, what happened is that for second and third, the second one, Disney got to have a nice time to play because, like in previous Spider-Verse, they actually got one dimension or one universe where they actually get to go stupid crazy and do everything that Spider-Verse was missing, which was the things that actually made the series bad. So they did it again. They got a second universe, and this one actually deals with Spider-Beard. And for those who didn't know, Spider-Beard actually seems to be played by the person who voiced Star-Lord in Guardians of the Galaxy. You also have, I think his name is Sputnik, but it might be wrong. You also have Rocket the Raccoon. You have Groot, who actually is the ship. And you also have a duck, which I think might be Howard the Duck, but I don't think it's true. They also went into the Wild Wild West dimension or universe where they actually had a Uncle Ben that's still alive. That interesting enough. And also Otto Octavius actually is known as Octavius, and I forgot his last name, but he has a different last name. Then the third one, they actually just went to Spider-Man Noir's universe and actually decided to bring some twists in it. The fact of Mary Jane actually is dead in that universe, which I think might actually be true. I don't remember. But the universe was black and white, always has been, and because of the shard, and Mr. Negative was introduced in a different way than usual. And I do have to admit, I applaud them on that. The fact that they came up with a different idea to bring Mr. Negative into the universe, into this world, or this TV show. So because of Mr. Fix-It slash the Hulk of this time, which I'm not sure that in the comics of Spider-Man Noir, Hulk was different, they actually decided to, well, Hulk by accident, or Mr. Fix-It by accident, hit the shard and made the world, instead of black and white, into color. So now, I guess they're going to have a lesson because remember, or for those who haven't watched, it seems that for this dimension, they have no idea different colors it is. All they know is just black and white. That's all they know. So that means that now in the history books and along with the whole school, they actually will now have to learn more colors. So yeah, bravo. Oh yeah, and by the way, for Mr. Negative, he can do a lot of things, but in this TV show, this version, he actually shoots beams of light. And if you get touched by the beam of light, you turn into stone. That's one thing that you need to kind of know. I'll have to say that Return to Spider-Verse is a good, whatever you want to call it, I guess, event for the TV show. It's pretty good. It's not as dire as the previous one. This one is kind of like, it's reminiscent of Gokaigers, actually. Yeah, sadly, Super Mega Force didn't do it like that, but in Gokaigers, it was basically trying to hunt down the great powers of all the teams. But sadly, they also had Bosco, and that's the thing that we're missing in Super Mega Force. But we had the other side, Bosco, who actually is trying to hunt down those powers as well. So it kind of is reminiscent of that. Anyways, I'm going to whip out. Tell me what you guys think about this. Peace.